Hey guys, forgive the appalling lighting, it's currently nearly 2 in the morning. I just wanted to start with a very quick update. So, I ended up reading a total of 50 books last month, although there were 3 manga series that I've binge read, but so far this month I have read Alchemy of Moonlight by David Ferreira, 5 stars, loved it, queer, historical, tiny bit paranormal. I read None Shall Sleep by Alimani because it got on a blog tour for the second book, Some Shall Break. I read The Killing Code by Alimani. It was alright. Absolutely adored None Shall Sleep. Another 5 stars. It was great. Yeah. And then I read a memoir that was sent to me for review by Diane Corbet. I'm not sure how to pronounce his French sounding. Called 6 Days in Detox. That was a 5 stars. It was a gut-wrenching read, but really worth it if you're interested in mental health and addiction and treatment for those. So yeah, really interesting. Then I did read Obsession by Johnny Douglas and Mark Olshaker. I've read quite a few books by them, Mindhunter, Journey into Darkness, The Cases That Haunt Us, and many more that I've loved. Obsession, I did not like. It wasn't written like the others. It went quite deep into the psychology elements, which normally I would really enjoy, because I did study college level psychology, but it was really slow, really draggy. Everything was kind of like over explained and too in depth, if that can be a thing. So I ended up DNFing that at 50%. I have started since then another book by Douglas Nolshaker called When a Killer Calls. And this is the entire journey of a case in a small town, the case of Shari Smith. And so far, I've only read the opening chapter to it, but it's way more interesting, sucked me in, like Mindhunter did. So Obsession seems to be the outlier at the minute. And then, as you probably guessed by the plain war, I am away, house sitting for a friend again, because she travels back and forth Wales and Belfast, which is in Ireland, so I house sit while she's away. So I did bring my Kindle with me, which I'm reading Some Shall Sleep, Some Shall Break on, and so far I'm really enjoying that. Obviously at the end of the first book we know Travis stayed with the FBI, Emma didn't, and now there is a Huxton copycat killer on the loose, and obviously the FBI is worried for Emma's safety and the safety of her family, being as she is the only surviving bride of Daniel Huxton and would be a very nice target for a copycat killer, which means she gets sucked back into the case. I'm only a quarter of the way through that, but so far I'm really enjoying it. Emma's dilemma over whether her decision to not join the FBI weighs pretty heavily on her, because she does admit that at the time she was really raw from the Butcher case and watching Simon Gutmanson kill the Butcher right in front of her, as well as Travis being shot. So she was emotionally very raw, very torn up. And at the time it seemed like the right thing to do, but now that case is attempt to settle, she's had time to reflect on it. She's not sure whether it's the right decision or not. And I did like the fact that they don't overlook the fact that Emma is still in therapy, years on from Huxton, because those kind of things never truly leave you. And then I did bring a few physical books to read. So I am currently reading Tales from the Cafe by Toshikazu Kawaguchi, which is the second book in the Before the Coffee Gets Cold companion series. So far I've read the first story, which was The Best Friends, and it basically follows two friends, Gotaro and... what was his name? Gotaro and Shuichi, who've known each other basically for a very long time. Shuichi ends up dying in a car accident with his wife, and Gotaro raises Shuichi's daughter as his own. But because she was a baby when her parents died, he never told her that she wasn't his. Like, she believes that Gotaro is her birth father and that her birth mother died shortly after she was born. Now she's getting married, and Gotaro knows that when they sign all the paperwork, she's going to learn that she is an orphan and wants to get that out in the open before the wedding. So he travels back in time to see his friend Shuichi and get a message for his daughter that Gotaro can give to her. Shuichi, obviously knowing his friend very well, understands he feels very guilty over what he's done. And in the video, he basically says to his daughter, you know, from now on, you have two dads. You have me and Gotaro, because he's raised you far longer than I ever did, and he really appreciates that. So that broke my heart from the get-go. We also get to see young Miki at 6 or 7. Obviously, we know at this point Kei has passed, and it's just Nagare and Kazu basically raising Miki, and she is a character. She is loud and boisterous, and yeah, she's just a happy kid. But obviously we know by the time she hits her teens, she does actually go back in time herself to meet her mother. So yeah, I'm 1 of 4 stories down. I'll keep you updated on this. And then the next 3 I brought are 2, well, 1 has been on my TBR for a while. 1 is a fairly new release, and then 1 was sent to me for review. So the one that's been on my TBR a while is Hungry by H.G. Swain. All I know about this is it's set in a future where food doesn't exist anymore. People don't need to eat. And basically, if you get hungry, it can be a death sentence. And it's about a girl who gets hungry. From what I understand, it's obviously going to be more than that, but very much looking forward to that. I haven't read a lot of dystopia, futuristic, apocalyptic fiction in a long time, so I'm hoping this goes well. The new-ish release is 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. Now, I read The Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy and absolutely adored it. Pip is still my platonic soulmate. She's amazing. So I'm excited to see how this works as a standalone, but I know Holly Jackson can write compelling mystery thrillers, so, and all we get from the book is 8 hours, 6 friends, 1 sniper. So sounds intriguing. And the one I got for review, I actually got from a wonderful author, Spencer Russell Smith, over on TikTok. He sent me all 4 of his books digitally, and then the first 2 physically as well, which with international shipping was costly, and I'm very appreciative of it. So this is Awakening the Lightforged, Book 1, Throne of Darkness. Now this seems like very much hardcore sci-fi fantasy. I've been very much into fantasy and I'm very much into hard sci-fi. I haven't read too much of crossover, so SSF, so science fiction fantasy. I have no idea. But this sounded really interesting. I like Spencer's TikToks, and just asked one day for review copies and got them. So yeah, this isn't too long, only just over 300 pages. But I know sci-fi in general tends to require a lot more brain power. So I am looking forward to that. I did also really appreciate the appearance of this book, where we get some lovely dark artwork. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So over the next week, I'm obviously house sitting, have a lot of free time. I have a couple of things to do tomorrow, so I probably won't be reading too much until the evening, maybe in the afternoon a little. I know I haven't been great about filming actual segments of videos where I am actually reading, because ADHD brain makes me forget. But I will try to, well, I'm going to finish this tomorrow. It's under 200 pages and I'm already 65 pages in, so I'll definitely be able to finish this tomorrow. Whether I remember to film it or not is another question. Also, the visual and audio quality of my videos is going to be changing very soon. I have ordered a camera that has arrived. I just need an adapter for it, which I will be getting in a few days, as well as a mic for better audio. So this may be one of the last videos with reasonably poor audio and video. So that is good. But yeah, that's it for now. June has been off to a great start on the back of May, and we hope it continues. And I will update you soon. Hey guys, so it's been a while since I've updated you. It's now the sun solstice. It's June the 21st. Forgive the noise in the background. It's the fan, because it's currently really hot in the UK and very high humidity. So I showed you in the previous clip I was staying at a friend's house. I'm now back home. And while I showed you 4 books I had read physically, I only read one of those, but I did read a few others. So I finished Tales from the Cafe and loved it. I have book 3 on my shelf, ready to go. Really enjoyed it. If you like a book series that has a lot of interconnecting plot lines that you don't actually see as interconnecting until the moment they actually click into place, then you're going to love the series. It's brilliant. I then read 2 books off my Kindle, which were Peep Show by Isabella Starling. I absolutely love that. If you're into more dark romance, especially smutty romance, then definitely check that one out. And then I read The Casanova by T.L. Swan. That is the 3rd book in the Miles High Club series, but they're all more companion novels and direct sequels. The Casanova just took my fancy. I do have all 3. And I will be reading more of those because I really enjoyed that. Then I read a book that I was sent for review, which was Wi-Fi Refugee, Plight of the Modern Day Canary by Shannon Rowan. and this documents the lives and struggles of people who have EHS, or electromagnetic hypersensitivity. So as most people will know, we have a lot of electricity in our body, especially in our brains, and there's also a lot of electricity and radiation all around us in things like Wi-Fi, microwaves, and to most people we don't feel the effects of this radiation, but some people are hypersensitive to it, and it causes them a lot of health issues, a lot of pain, and just so many more symptoms. And the author, Shannon Rowan, is one of these people, and she's documented her personal journey as well as others that she's met along the way, and it was a really intriguing read. Not heavy on the science, more about the human element. So if you're interested in things like that, then definitely go and check it out. The 3 books that I showed you, the physical ones, I will be getting to those really soon. But I'm potentially starting a new job very soon, so I'm not going to have as much time to read because it is full time, Monday to Friday. I'll still be reading in my evenings and on the weekends and things like that, but yeah, when I do these videos, they're probably going to be once weekly rather than, well, I don't even post weekly at the minute, it's whenever I remember to do it, but the filming aspect, I try and do it at the minute when I'm reading and when I have thoughts on it. They're probably going to be saved for the weekends when I'm not working, and I'll do probably 1 video a week on a weekend. So that's that situation. So yeah, everything seems to be going really well right now. I don't know what karma I accrued in my last life, but it's definitely paying off. So yeah, that is going to be it for this particular video. Again, I'm really sorry about not filming me reading, because I keep forgetting. I don't know why, I just do. I start reading, I get sucked in, and before I know it, I've forgotten to film. So, there's that. Going forward, I think the next 2 books, if I can grab them, on my TBR, is one that is from the TBR Journal Vlogs that I didn't read, which just came back. I haven't read a lot by Marie Lu. I did read the Legend series, I think it is, way back when. Didn't love it, didn't hate it, it was okay. I know she wrote Warcross, but I never got around to that at the time. I still haven't. So this is the one that I'm going to be trying. And then the other one is from an author I have read before, a more indie author who very kindly sent me this book for review and signed it, which is Josie Jaffery, and it's The Wolf in the Water. Don't know much about this series, but can't wait to get into it. So there's that, and I'll probably give you an update in the next week or so, depending on starting this job, so I will see you then.